We're still dealing in the world of percentages, but now we're going to focus on one of the most important things people are always interested in: money. So percents really do have a lot to do with money, especially when it comes to the list of things you see there. You know, it's exciting when a piece of clothes we want is 25% off, or some shoes we want are 30% off, or some food we want at the grocery store is 10% off, things like that. But taxes also affect both our income and what we spend, because there's sales tax, tips at a restaurant, fees that come when you rent things or other things, and markups. And we'll explain what each of those are as we go. So a discount is a savings, like it's 25% off. But since a discount is savings, meaning it costs you less money, it's subtracted from the original price. Now, everything else on the list, taxes, tips, fees, and markups, are paid on top of a purchase or expense. Therefore, these three are added to the original price. It's important to remember, discount means subtract. All the others mean added. So this is the formula we'll use to calculate a new price after a discount. So to find the new price, we'll do the original price and multiply by 1 minus the discount. But the discount does have to be changed into decimal form. So if it's 25% off, then we'll plug in 0.25 for the discount. Now, to figure out the price for a tax, a tip, a fee, or a markup, you do the exact same equation, except instead of subtracting, just like we talked about up here, instead of subtracting since it's a discount, all these it's adding on, so we have to add the percent of the tax or the tip or the markup. And just like the discount, we'll have to change these things into their decimal form. Okay, so sales tax is different in every state. It can even vary within each county, but let's just say there's an 8% sales tax on a $24 item. So what was the total purchase cost? So the new price is also the same thing as the total purchase. And they're asking how much tax did they pay? Okay, so if we want to find the new price, their total purchase cost, we don't know that, that's our X. I'm using this formula right here. The original price was $24. And I do 1 plus, and it changed 8% to a decimal and move it over twice, so it's 0.08. So in the calculator, what I'd recommend you do, give me just a second to pull one up. Pull up over top of this so you can see it. Okay, there we go. So I'd recommend doing what's in parentheses first. Just think of it like the order of operations. Do what's in parentheses first. Do 1 plus 0.08. Hit enter. Then multiply that by 24. So their total purchase cost with the tax was $25.92. Now they also ask how much tax did they pay. Now there's a couple ways you can figure that out. In my opinion, the simplest thing to do is just say, okay, if the original cost was $24 and the new cost was $25.92, if we just subtract those two from each other, then we'll know what tax was added on. So how much tax did they pay? That's $1.92. Which makes sense, because if it was $24 originally and you add $1.92 in tax, then our total is $25.92. Another way you can figure that out if you want to, you could just say the tax is 8%. So if I want to know what 8% of 24 is, I just do 24 times 0.08. And that gives me the same amount, $1.92. Okay. The store purchases Air Jordans from Nike for $90. So I want to make sure this is clear. This is saying like a shoe store. This could be, I don't even know the name of shoe stores. I'm terrible at this. It could be Shoe Shack, it could be Amazon, it could be Walmart, whatever. But they buy the Air Jordans from Nike for $90. So the cost for the store to buy it from Nike is $90. The store marks up the price by 75%. So here's what that means. Walmart or Target buy Air Jordans, a pair of Air Jordans from Nike for $90. But so that they can make a profit, they add 75% to that price, because the difference between what they sell it for and what they bought it for is how they make a profit. So this is an increase in price, just like the tax was. So we use the same formula. So the original price for them is $90. That's how much it costs Target to buy it from Nike. And then we do 1 plus, change that to a decimal, 0.75. Okay, so you can probably just do this part in your head too. It's 1.75. So 1.75 times $90. So they will put it on sale. I mean, on sale like it's a low price, just their price that they place on it is $157.50. Now, I know this ends with 0.5, but please, when it's money, go to 2 decimal places, because that's, we list money. If it's a whole dollar, that's fine. You don't need the decimals, but we list decimals out to the hundredths place to show you pennies. So 170, let me try that again. They get it from Nike for $90. Then they increase the price by $67.50 so they can make a profit off of it when they sell it to us. So that's why they list it as $157.50. Okay, a Myrtle Beach week-long room rental is usually $1,500. However, they discounted it by 20% this month. And so what you should remember when you see the word discounted is that's one where you subtract, because that's a decrease in price. So how much will the week-long room rental cost this month? So to find the new price with a discount, we take the original price, we do 1 minus 0.20. So I'll do 1 minus 0.2. I get 0.8. So I'm going to do 1,500 times 0.8. So the sale price that week is $1,200. That's how much the rental cost is this month. So to figure out the discount, we just need to look at the difference between the original cost and the discounted cost. So it was $1,500. Now it's $1,200. So if we subtract those, we get the discount, which is $300. And again, another way you can figure that out if you want to is you could say, well, they took 20% off of $1,500. So to find 20% of $1,500, we would do 0.20, or just 0.2, times $1,500, and that tells us the discount is $300. All right, let's say Mr. Alvis bought a memory card for $137.46, including tax. So this is our new price because they've already included the tax in it. So I'm going to put $137.46 equals, because that's our new price. The memory card had a sticker price of $129.99. So the original price was $129.99. The new price, when the tax was included, was $137.46. So about what percent sales tax did he pay? So what we don't know is the tax. So we put an X there where we normally put the decimal of the percent. So we got to solve for this X. So step 1, when you have to solve for the percent, is divide both sides by the original price. So $137.46 minus $129.99. Okay, so that's $7.47. No, I'm sorry. I typed in the wrong thing. Let's back up. I said the right thing, I think, but I typed the wrong thing. We're not subtracting, we're dividing. Okay? 137.46 divided by 129.99. There we go. So it's 1.05746 equals 1 plus x. Okay, so now to solve for x, we just subtract 1, and we get x equals 0.05746. And we need to move the decimal over 2 spots. So make that 5.746%. I want to pause if I can go a little too fast. It's amazing I can feel that way when you're reading this alone. So make sure you move the decimal over first. Now we look at the rounding. It said round to the nearest percent. So now that we've got it in percent form, we can see, okay, we were rounded to the nearest whole percent. But that's a 7, so we would round it up to 6%. So the tax he paid on that memory card was about 6%. So one more time, we plugged in the new price here, the original price here, and what we didn't know was the tax rate. So we first divided both sides by 129.99, which gave us that number, and that was equal to the 1 plus x. We subtracted 1 from both sides to find the decimal form of the percent. Once we do that, we move the decimal over 2 places to find the percent form. Then we did what they instructed and rounded to the nearest percent. Okay, number 5. Anna bought a Lululemon bag on sale for $57.80. So notice, this is the sale price. This means the discount has already been given. So it wasn't a sticker price of $57.80. It was a sale price, new price, for $57.80. The sale gave for a 15% discount. Okay, so we don't know what the original price was, but we do know they took 15% off. So since it's a discount, I do minus, and I change the percent to a decimal. So what I recommend is go ahead and plug 1 minus 0.15 in your calculator. It gives you 8.85. And then divide both sides by 0.85, so we get x by itself. So 57.80 divided by 0.85. So the original price was $68. Now, one small note I want to make. It's okay if you don't remember this or don't understand it, but I want to go ahead and say it. What's helpful actually about this number we get, the 0.85, they took 15% off. So when that happens, that means what we're paying is 85% of the original cost. So since they took off 15% from $68, what they paid, or she paid Anna, is 85% of the original cost. That's what that number represents. Same up here with the Myrtle Beach thing. They took 20% off, so what that means is they paid 80% of the original cost. Okay, number 6. In the 24-25 school year, GCS Middle School had 232 students. That's this year. In the 2019-2020 school year, the GCS Middle School had 195 students. How much of a percent increase in students did the GCS Middle School experience over those 5 years? So just think about it this way. The old price means the older data. So 195 is what goes there. And it's a percent increase, so we know it's going up because 5 years ago it was 195, and now it's 232. So the new student amount is 232. What we don't know is what percent it went up. So we put it there. So we'll start by dividing both sides by 195. We get 1.18974 is equal to 1 plus x. Then we subtract 1 from both sides, and we get 0.18974 equals x. So we've now got the percent form of our answer. No, sorry, I did that wrong. We have the decimal form of our answer. So now we shift it over 2 spots. So it's 18.974 equals x. And I forgot to specify what to round to, but generally we're rounding to the 10th place. So this 7 would bump up this 9, so it actually jumps up to a 19% increase. So over 5 years, the GCS middle school grew 19%. It's very significant. Okay, last one. A Pepperidge Farm goldfish bag typically costs $2.99. So that's the original price. But this week, Publix is selling them for 30% off. After paying the 7% sales tax, how much will this item cost? So we notice we have 2% this time. So most of the ones you have to do will just require one change, just as 1 through 6 did on these notes. But sometimes you'll have to do 2. So the way this works is the discount applies first. So we'll need to find the discounted price first. Then after that, a sales tax gets added on. Because they don't give you a sales tax based on the original price. They give you the sales tax based on what it's actually sold at. So we'll start just using this and this. So the original price was $2.99. There's a discount of 30%. So I subtract just the discount. I change 30 to 0.30. So my first step is to figure out that so that I can know what the sales price was before they applied tax. So 1 minus 0.3 is 0.7. So that's what this represents, 0.7. We multiply that by $2.99. And we can round the nearest penny, so that means the sale price is $2.09. So we've correctly done step 1. We found the sale price for the Pepperidge Farm goldfish bag. But now they're going to add a 7% sales tax on top of that. So at this point, this becomes our original price. This is the price before tax. But they're going to add 0.07 tax onto it. And that will be our final price. That includes both the discount, which got us down to $2.09, and the sales tax of 7%. So 1 plus 0.07. That's what the parentheses is, 1.07. We multiply that by 2.09. Again, we can round the nearest penny. So because that 6 is bigger than 5, we round this 3 up to a 4 and say the final cost after discount and tax is $2.24.